Hi, welcome to Eating Healthy, a fun and delicious look at preparing fresh greens and herbs grown locally at Second Chances Farm. My name is KaLief, and I'm excited to introduce our very special guest, Hanick and Amanda from Bardea. And she's going to show us how to make pasta with pesto today. But first, I'd like to give our thanks to the warehouse who is letting us use their amazing kitchen. And of course, the fresh greens and herbs grown hydroponically and locally at Second Chances Farm. So hi Sydney, thanks so much for being with us today, you and Amanda. Could you guys tell us a little bit about what you're making?
Alright, so today we're going to make pasta with a pistachio pesto. It's something that we have in the restaurant, but we use it kind of as a sauce for like a mushroom side. So today we're just going to use the same exact recipe and we're going to apply it to pasta, so it's a little bit easier to make at home. We do it a little bit differently at the restaurant, but we're going to show you how to do it just like a standard blender. That way it's a little bit more versatile for home cooking. Okay, that's it. Okay, so first we're going to start by blanching our herbs and garlic. We'll do the herbs first.
So blanching, what does that mean?
So the blanching, you pretty much boil the water and you're going to put it in there for about a minute. And then you're going to shock it in ice water, which pretty much just stops the cooking process, kind of sets the color. And then the garlic, the reason we blanch the garlic is just to get rid of that like harsh raw garlic kind of flavor. So when you blend it all up, you're going to taste the garlic, but it's not going to like burn your mouth like exactly. Yeah.
So what's in there now?
So this is chives and parsley, and we're just putting it right into the ice water.
In the ice water, that's the shocking process, right?
Right.
Is that the same thing? Like you do with noodles?
Yep, exactly. So it's the same thing you do with noodles. I got our utensils right now. I forgot.
It already smells good. What is that? Is that the chives?
Yes, that's the chives. Yep, so this is the chives and the parsley. Then we're going to add the basil, which we got from Second Chance Farms.
Oh. I mean, that's better than organic basil.
Exactly. The best of the best. Why are we blanching the garlic?
To take away that strong flavor.
There you go. So when we make this at work, we make it in a piece of equipment called Paco Jet. It's pretty much like a massive like blender. Everything has to be like super frozen. So we pretty much do the same thing we're doing now. We just put it in little containers to freeze and then we blend it, and it makes this like really smooth, bright, like creamy kind of consistency. So it tastes the same, but the texture is a little bit different.
How long does the pesto usually take?
Not very long. The blanching takes about, I don't know, maybe a minute or two after the water's boiling. And then you pretty much just blend it all up and then you can just cook with it like right away.
Okay. So the boiling of the water is probably
the longest part, yeah. So in the blender we're going to put pistachios just raw. You toast them, that kind of loses their color a little bit and kind of changes the flavor. So we just like to do them raw. This is extra virgin olive oil, which Sydney already measured all of this beautifully for us. So super easy. So it would take a little bit longer. Because you would have to measure it.
I was going to ask, can you just wing it or is it a certain amount?
Yeah, there's a certain amount. We have a recipe, which Gabby already has if you need it. Alright, so you want to just squeeze all the water off. It's okay if there's a little bit left behind. If there's a little ice cube in there, that's no big deal either. It'll just help with the color a little bit more.
I'm going to say, if I put ice in there, does it come
No,
slushy?
it's totally going to be fine. Don't put all the ice. Alright, so let's...
Well, you said it needs to be cold anyway,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So you want to keep it, the colder you keep it longer, the better anyway. Alright, so that's everything in here. We're going to pass it to Sid. Now, since there is ice in there, she might need to loosen it with a little bit more of the oil, so we did bring extra oil just in case.
Do you have the plunger part?
There's a plunger.
Plunger?
The plunger, yeah. So it makes it like stopped up, you know what I mean? You just kind of wiggle it around.
So in the meantime, while I'm curing this, I'm just going to get this pasta started because it is a 9-minute cook time. So we're just, I'm going to, yeah, you want to? Right on there. Yep.
We're going to set a 9-minute timer.
And then every couple of minutes, we're just going to come through and give it a toss with our tweezers to make sure that they're not sticking together. So I'll leave that there if you want to do that from time to time. And then it's going to get very loud here.
So sometimes it's a little bit hard to do the small ones. We did like a really small batch today. So that's why it's a little bit harder to blend. So normally if there's more substance in the mixer, it's much easier to kind of blend around.
Now I'm not supposed to keep stirring the noodles, right? I should let them sit, or should I keep stirring?
It's not gonna agitate them every now and then.
Yeah, like you just want to make sure they're not sticking together in there, but it's not a constant stir like risotto. We're not trying to develop any like starchiness in there.
Well, it looks pretty.
Yeah, we got a really great color out of it. It probably tastes pretty great too, but I'm not gonna stick my finger in it on
I was
camera.
gonna say, do we taste it?
Not yet. But as we're waiting for that pasta to cook, I'm gonna get the sauce ready. I'm just gonna add about a ladle full of this starchy pasta water, and that's gonna help this sauce stick to the pasta just that much better. We're using fusilli, which is a cut that really lends itself well to picking up a lot of that really gorgeous sauce so that you get a nice flavorful bite on every mouthful.
How do you say it? Fusilli?
Fusilli, yeah.
Fusilli.
So they're like little corkscrews. All right, so our pasta's been cooking for about 9-10 minutes. We've just got it right to that perfect al dente phase. We cook all of our pastas to al dente at Bardea in the classic Italian way. So Amanda is just going to strain that off for us. Meanwhile, on the side, we have our pistachio basil pesto getting nice and hot. We filled that in with a little bit of pasta water just to get everything to come together a little bit easier when it ends up in the pan here.
It spread a little bit and cooked nicely.
I see some pasta water.
Excellent, thank you.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
So that's going straight in.
We're gonna put this straight in. We're gonna give it a little bit of extra salt before we start tossing with the sauce, and I'm gonna hit it with a little olive oil just for a little extra flavor. I'll take a little extra pasta water in here, Amanda, if you don't mind. Probably about half that ladle.
Now you said these noodles are imported
That's how
from
we're
Italy. Is that normal? Or
Not always. There are a lot of really great pasta producers working in the United States. Our chef is very particular about sourcing ingredients,
right.
and this is a brand that he really loves. It's called Pasta Mancini. I can't tell you the specific town in Italy that it's coming out of, but we do really like this one a lot. They have a lot of really great, I made a mess. They have a lot of really great products.
Smells
So
amazing.
at this point, we're pretty much done with cooking it on the heat. We're just gonna get that final toss to get it right to where we want it to be. Just a little pasta
How
water.
long have you guys been at Bardea?
I'd say it's been about 1.5 to 2 years for us at this point. Bardea turns 2 in September this year. So I'd imagine we're gonna do something to celebrate that. So we're
Pretty new restaurant.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have terrible twos. We're hoping for a good year.
all right, so I think at this point we are ready to plate if somebody wants to slide me that bowl.
I can't wait to taste this. It smells delicious. And I'm not really not really big on pasta. I try to maintain my boyish figure, but this smells amazing.
I'm just gonna load that up for you. Since you maintain that boyish figure.
I'm gonna eat it today.
All right, and then we're just gonna do a little bit of final garnishes up here. I'm gonna start with a little bit of lemon zest.
So these are garnishes that we use a lot in the restaurant too for a lot of our pastas. We're really big on like citrus and like, fresh flavors and things like that. So it's something we use a lot.
We're gonna hit it with a little bit of espelette. Espelette is a dried chili that comes from a specific region in Europe. It's coming from the Basque region.
I see you only use a little bit. Is it really?
It's not very spicy, but you don't really want to overwhelm with it because it does have like a pretty distinct flavor. So it's there to accent everything rather than like overwhelm.
Right.
And then I'm just going to hit it with a zigzag of fromage blanc flavoring. And then we're just going to finish it with another little dusting of some finishing salt, and that is it. It is ready for you to enjoy.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Let me bring it. I'm gonna taste it here if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Get some of that fromage on there. Oh, it's good. It's good. And you don't really taste the garlic. It was blanched really nicely. Well, thank you again, Sydney and Amanda, for cooking for us today. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
If you have any questions about today's recipe, just write them in the comment section below. And also click the subscribe button below so that you don't miss a single episode of Eating Healthy. And on behalf of Second Chances Farms and the Warehouse and Bardea, thanks for coming out today, and we'll see you next time.